Hey everyone, it is gloriously warm here in the UK. Almost too warm, but I'm not going to be that person who's like, oh, it's too warm, when I spend a lot of time being like, why is it raining? So yeah, just sat out in the garden actually, and was just doing a little bit of reading for my coaching course, and was just reading this thing about neural rewiring, and it made a really good connection, and I thought I'd share it with you because I feel like it's a really powerful one. When we think about neural rewiring and what that means and what it is in terms of recovery, it can feel kind of like, okay, well, I know what the theory is, but how do I turn that into action, and what is it, and how does it work, and all this kind of stuff. And I feel like this analogy is a really, really, really good one to kind of get into that mindset of understanding that neural rewiring is something that occurs on the back of action taking. So, the example is actually learning a musical instrument. Learning to play a musical instrument requires a huge amount of neural rewiring. It requires your brain to learn new behaviours, new actions, new thoughts, new things, and to change the wiring. You know, when you're first learning, it takes all your concentration to play the simplest thing. You know, you're just like, toot, 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 and it's like, okay, right, I've got this. And then with time and commitment and regular practice, you learn, and some of that basic stuff gets wired in. You don't have to think about it anymore because it's just wired in. So you can then start focusing on going toot, 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 toot. I mean, that's a very basic example, but you know, you can start learning how to actually play a simple song. And then you can move on to more complex things and more variety and more complexity. And I suppose this is the important link when it comes to recovery, is that, you know, say I really wanted to learn the saxophone, seen other people playing the saxophone, it looks really cool, watch lots of brilliant music by saxophonists. I'm sure someone out there will be able to tell me what the pronunciation of that is. You know, I've watched the videos, might have read books on how to play the saxophone and on famous saxophonists. I don't know if that's the word. But all of those things, though they will bolster my desire to play the saxophone, won't actually make me any better or any closer to being able to play the saxophone. You know, like even if I read an intense theory book on how to play the saxophone, the likelihood is I'll pick it up and be awful and not know where to start. And this absolutely beautifully highlights neural rewiring. In the process of neurally rewiring your brain, action taking and behaviour change is absolutely fundamental. I cannot stress that. Oh, it's lovely and breezy now. This is nice. Yeah, action taking's key. Absolutely key. Like I say, just imagine me sat there with my saxophone, I'm reading my book and I'm just looking at it going, why can I not play it yet? Why can I? And I know you'd be sat there, you'd be thinking, Emily, of course you can't play it. You've not started playing it. Like, come on, love, just practice. Do it. Start actually picking it up and going toot, 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 and then do the different notes and start learning those, and then the keys and the this and the that, and building up and reading the music and all this stuff. You have to do it to be able to do it. You know, I have to do playing a saxophone to be a saxophonist. And I know that you'd be sat there. You'd be going, yeah, come on, Emily. And now I want you to take that and apply that into your recovery. Whatever stage you're at, whether you're at the stage where you're right at the start of this journey and you're still thinking, oh, I don't know how to even get off the starting block, or whether you're quite a lot further in and you're aware of the fact that you're kind of stuck in quasi and you think, oh, I don't know how to get out of quasi. At the end of the day, if you can identify your disordered behaviours, if you can identify the behaviours that you deem, got flies in my face now, outside, maybe outside is not the place. Yeah, if you can identify the behaviours that you are labelling as quasi, then you have everything you need to be able to start doing something about it. Identification is actually all you need in terms of theory and logic. And then the focus needs to be on the action taking. And actually, it's about opposite action. We know what to do. You could talk someone through it. I know you could. So yeah, I wanted to pop on and share that with you because I thought it was a really good sort of visualization to capture neural rewiring and why action taking is so important. You know, if you have a fear of, I don't know, takeaway pizza, you could watch no end of videos of people eating takeaway pizzas and no ends of posts from people like myself saying, you know, eat what you want, when you want, as much as you want, trust your body, food is unrestricted, it's abundant, like unrestricted eating is forever, it's not just, you could watch that for as much as you want, but it's going to mean nothing to your brain until you start the action taking, which is going to cause guilt and stress and brake slamming, or the urge to brake slam at first. But with your, you know that, prediction is power. And with consistent, intense, repeated action, the neural rewiring process will occur. And then in, you know, however long it takes, weeks, months, years, whatever, you'll go, oh, take away people. Is that a thing? Was that a scare? I was scared of that. Oh, wow, I can't relate to that person anymore. But the key thing is the action taking. So yeah, I'm going to go, get back to these last few bits I've got to do. Enjoy the breeze is gone now, but it is still lovely and warm. I can't complain really, can we? It rains far too much in England for me to start complaining about the heat. And yeah, I hope that wherever you are, you're having a good day. And I also hope that you sat there having listened to this video, going to go and turn this knowledge into some action. Speak soon.